Good morning, everybody. I thought I would come live to you this morning with some really powerful lessons that I guess I've really tuned into this morning. I've been thinking about them for a long time, but it really hit home today. So this morning I was talking to a friend on the phone and I was talking about how I was looking for an apartment to try and move my elderly dad to Sydney. And he currently lives in a little country town with not much access to medical help, and he's quite old and frail. And my friend that I was talking to, he's in real estate, and he said he was talking to his mum, and his mum had said that, you know, now that she's in her 80s, she's bored. She's bored with life. Her husband has passed away. The kids are obviously adults. The grandkids are now adults, and she's bored. And she just is ready for it to all be over, which is really freaking sad. It got me teary. It got me really teary. And he was saying, you know, he said, "Oh, Mum, what's a tip that you can give me so that I don't get to 80 and feel so bored that I don't want to go on anymore, that I'm ready for it to all be over?" And she said to him, be financially set up so that you can do the things that you want to do. Okay. And then I said, okay, so I'm talking about my dad, and he's also quite old. He's only 74, so that's not really that old, right? But the way that his body is, I guess, is coping at the moment, he looks more like he is 90, and he's really old and frail. So he has trouble just the other week, having really bad breathing difficulties, having trouble just walking 4 meters to the bathroom. He doesn't really go outside for a walk, stays quite isolated, and just doesn't really have the strength or the energy or the physical capacity to get around and enjoy life. And so this is one of the reasons that I wanted to move him to Sydney, is so that he can be close to me. I can, look after him, feed him good food, and, take him outside in the sunshine, have a little bit of a walk, and just gradually start to be able to build up his strength in his body so that he can enjoy life. But he doesn't want to move, okay? Quite stubborn. And so I was saying to my friend, I was like, well, I'm thinking from my dad's perspective that health is the most important, to have looked after our health our whole life. Because if we get to this age, if we get to 70, 80, and we don't have our health, then we don't really have anything. That's the most important thing, right? If we can't enjoy a quality of life at this time and can't get around and be mobile and just be physically healthy and strong, then again, that's going to get us to that age, and just life's just not going to be enjoyable. So we came to the conclusion that we need both. We need both our health, and we need that financial security and stability, so that we can do the things that we want. And it was a really powerful lesson to me, because, I'm always thinking about my health as number one. It's my mental and physical health. I'm so good at making sure that is on point, because I know that when that's on point, the rest of my life just flows well. Yeah. So when I think to my dad, he has smoked all of his life. He, hasn't exercised really ever, hasn't eaten well, and he has spent years at a desk because he would write computer software and different things. So he'd spend years at a desk, and he kind of has developed that hunched over posture. So he's really got quite a hunch to his back. So his back gets really sore, like the bony structure's physically changed into that sort of, you see when people are older, they might have that hunched over posture, a little bit of a hump to the back. Dad's got that quite a big hump on the back. So when he, just standing up and walking around actually causes him physical pain. And that also, when we can't maintain good posture because we're so hunched over, that's also placing pressure down through the pelvic floor. And then you can have bladder problems, all that kind of stuff that really affects the quality of life. So as I'm thinking about this, and as I'm thinking about, I guess, the health of the elderly, I start to think about my health. I start to think about the health of my clients, and also the importance of teaching my kids to look after their body. So in the work that I do, I'm so much about making sure our body is physically on point and healthy, because from that, everything else flows. And I, as a human, want to make sure that as I get older and, I'm able now to run around with my kids, play with my kids, ride the bike with my kids, go roller skating with my kids, have energy and vibrance to just enjoy them and enjoy life. And then, I also think that I want my body to last, so that when my kids are older and they have kids, I can still run around and play with the grandkids, and I can still just do all the things I want to do. I want to be able to get up and go for a walk in the mornings. I want to be able to still go snorkeling or bike riding, as I get older. And I want my body to last. I want my body to be able to do that. And, there's no guarantee of tomorrow. Nobody knows what's going to happen to us tomorrow. But what I know is that the importance of focusing on our mental and physical health as the number one priority, so that we can enjoy every day and we can enjoy every minute of the day, so that we don't think, okay, I'm just going to put that off until next week. Because then a week becomes a month, and a month becomes a year, and before you know it, years have gone by, and then we are elderly and we haven't made that the focus, and we can't enjoy the quality of life that we want to live. So that's why I am so big on making mental and physical health the number one priority, and not putting it off, not saying next week, next month, when the kids grow up, when I'm less busy, when after I've taken that holiday, or when work slows down, because the reality is life keeps ticking over, life keeps rolling on, and every time we let something else become the priority, that's more and more time where it's really going to affect our quality of life. So that's one thing I can say to you today. Such a powerful lesson from speaking to, from my friends, speaking to his mum, from me, and the experiences with my dad, that health, mental and physical health, needs to be our number one priority. Do not let anything come before that. I know each day before I start work, even if I start work 30 minutes later, I take that time to just get my mind and my body reset. I'll make sure that I, focus on strengthening my body in a way so that I can maintain good posture and I can be without pain, that my pelvic floor is going to carry me through to jump on a trampoline or run or whatever I need to do. And I make sure that, I'm looking after this vehicle that we're given to live in. I'm fueling it well, so that I've got the energy to do everything that I need to do. So please make your mental and physical health your number one focus. If you need help and support with that, this is exactly what I do. And it doesn't have to take long. I've got my little system where I just do it in 21 minutes a day. 21 minutes a day, physical, mental health on point, and then everything else just works. Yep. So none of us know how long we're going to be here for. We just don't know that. But if we can make our mental and physical health the priority every day, in every moment, then that's how we're going to all be able to enjoy quality of life for our time here. Take care and have a great day.